Welcome back to TeamViza TV Interview Series Season 4. I'll be your host, IPW. I want to take this time to thank all my sponsors for making this project possible. Big respects to Stadium Cafe, Amiri Clothing, Lala Closet, the Royal Family, Vision of Companies, In the Santos Entertainment, Hakim Graphic Designs, and Shimalicious Pizza.
Yeah.
Special guests in the building today. Now, this is Season 4, Episode 1. This is about men views on relationship. I'll be your host, as I mentioned, right? So, starting with this gentleman here. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Keelan Morris. Everybody know me as a flow man.
I give it a foul. Right? Guest number 2.
My name is Shaman Joseph, and I hail all the way from Library, and I represent Joseph family and Shimalicious Pizza.
Guest number 3.
Pleasant good day, my name is Kyle Gomes. I am the CEO of Linkies and Car Care, all the way from Point Fortin. Such a pleasure to be here, man.
Right, with that being said, TeamViza would like to say that TeamViza TV is not responsible for the views or opinions of our guests, and the guest today is not about their personal life reflection. If you understand what I'm saying. This is men views on relationship, and we're just speaking on the aspect of men, how men think, how men react for certain situations, right? So, all what a drink, like on yourself for the hour. So guys, what's the mood like right now?
Are we just chilling?
Let's chill.
Yeah, cool vibes.
Right.
Yeah.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
No, well, Ian shaking.
You are shaking?
Yeah.
For me?
At the end of the day, me know you feel a little shy.
Is that what we remember? Is that cool vibes, right?
My chicken, you know, for us.
So we're saying a few more than shaking then.
Lickys, what about you, man, right now?
But I cool, you don't know, man.
You're cool.
Yeah, just tell them I kind of skip a little bit there too, but it's still gonna be good, man. I know you're coming with, but.
Lickys. No, as I mentioned earlier on, this is men views on relationship, right? Now, to break the ice, Linky, you've been married. You're married.
Yeah.
My correction.
Yeah.
What years are you married now? If you don't mind asking.
October the 1st will make it 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, give it up for Lickys.
Yeah.
A good pull on the vibe. A good pull. I want to find out from you, right, Kyle, what was your encouragement into like getting married?
My encouragement?
Yeah. What make you decide you were going? I reached that stage, I want to do the big man thing.
I would definitely say, one, my kids, my children, because I have 2 children with different women.
Okay.
I reach a stage in my life where I realize, about time you settle down.
Right.
By the springs you have, how long you could really go about, dealing different women, and feeding them when you can share with them. I say, you know what, it's time for me to do it right. That is 1. 2, I would definitely say my relationship with God. And I got deeper with God, I realized that certain things wasn't in the right standard with God. And 3, I didn't love the girl. I didn't love she and I say, yo.
As I meant, I want to jump into the spiritual aspect. As I mentioned God now, right? As the saying goes, do you believe that when two become one, there's get a blessing from the Father different way?
Correct. It does get blessings because As I tell you earlier, I don't want to sound like if I'm preaching, you know.
But you do it.
You know, the Bible say, you know, he that findeth a wife find favor, you know, and that favor is not just natural favor, you know, that favor go way deeper than that, you know, is blessings, you know, certain things God will try to provide and these kind of things. So.
Right. And as men, as we listening to a married guy speak, I just want to take on his perspective on getting married.
To me, it sound thrilling, it sound like something I want to get into, but at the end of the day, there's always behind the scene. You
Right.
understand? And
Behind the seat.
behind the scene.
Behind the scenes. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There's always behind the scene.
Like behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Right.
And at the end of the day, to my knowing, with all relationships, it have its ups and downs.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
You
Correct.
understand?
Correct.
And to me, I stand to myself in a way that I searching for something. And at the end of the day, by doing that, I will know well if I want to get into that or if I don't want to get into it.
Right.
You understand? So if like I see a young lady and I enter she, I would be like, you know, like a man that just run to her and take her, she get through. Nah, they don't have that.
You don't have that?
Nah, not with me.
That was you?
Nah.
You're smooth.
I will go through our thing, I will find out, well, what is the baggage, what you come with, what, you understand? And then I'll make my decision and say, well, I inside.
No, that what you mentioned, baggage.
Mm-hmm.
I come to this.
Alright.
Which one take?
Well, I endorse everything that Kyle said because I was fortunate enough to grow up in a home with my both parents who define what marriage really is. Right? I lost my dad this year, February, and he was a marriage counselor.
Okay.
And my mom. Right? So although I am not married as yet, I still have a high hope, you know, that when I make that step, everything would fall into place. So
Okay.
I have the inspiration right in the confines of my home.
Okay.
You know, so I agree with what Kyle said, you know, and
So,
so good.
so come like you have the manual.
Yes. Yeah, you can say so. I have all the tools, I would believe, I have all the tools necessary to make the proper steps.
Right.
But you know, along the way, things happen, you go through certain experiences, but
Mm.
I still haven't lost that hope.
Right.
You know, the hope's still strong.
Big up the Joseph family. Big up Chemelicious Pizza. You've been on the seed. Kind. You see man today. You see man today. I want to ask you a question, right? These guys go give them a take after. As a married man, right? Guys who have multiple sex partners, as we just call them players, right? If it is define this one individual who could fulfill all what a sex partners doing, you think that person will marry this individual as a man?
I would say yes. However, no, having different all these sexual partners. No, we consider sex as enjoyment or pleasure.
Right.
You know, but they go deeper than just the pleasure now. You know, it's transference of spirit basically.
Right.
Right? And I would say that yeah, I would choose that person if, you know, again that energy from the rest of our sexual partners. Yeah.
One of the reasons why I asked that question is because being real and being raw, that players out here. 3-4 women relationship wise, right? I don't know what they're searching for. But if it is a woman could fulfill all the needs that these 3-4 women fulfilling, you think that the guy will say, you know, I feel like it's my full package I could deal with this person here, instead of actually like dealing with 3-4 women at the same time.
To me, I believe that's just my opinion. To me, I believe, well, for me, I would say, well, alright, I get what I'm looking for. I get what the tree provide, I get it in one. So I would say, well, alright, I good here. You understand? But that is just my opinion. Some guys might be a little greedy in a sense that, yes, they're getting what they're looking for here, but it's still like an ego thing in a sense that they still have to capture what outside it.
Yeah.
That's you a big boy thing or something?
No, at the end of the day, I would believe it's just a boy ego.
Yeah, you know.
Ego.
A trait of a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is of a man.
Yeah.
To say like, who capture the most females? He's
yeah,
a big boy.
Yeah, your number's high.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they.
So a guy who have a wife and a guy who have 5 females in their life, who's the big boy?
I would say the man with the wife. Because at the end of the day, he have a team player on the team. When you have 5,
Yeah, it's me clapping, the woman clapping.
at the end of the day, you have 5 outside there. But when you check in your background, you have somebody rooting for you. You don't need that 5 outside there now, because at the end of the day, you don't know who loyal. But when you check that one person loyal. Right?
You agree with that?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Likewise, same way. Okay. I want to name some of the principles and morals that men just look for before entering a relationship with a woman. I'll start with you.
I would say respect, and to me, respect is a big thing, because I grew up with only mommy, and with mommy, sisters, because no disrespect to my brother, but at the end of the day, you're right out and you lead the door. You understand? But I grew up with only women. Either disrespect nobody, girl children, or look to the last show or anything. You understand? Not that I'm trying to give myself props, but that's not in me. I wasn't raised so. So I would say respect and basically respect. Yeah, once I get my respect, I believe that whatever come after, we can handle that, because I am my comfort zone.
Right.
You respect me, I respect you. You understand? And basically that's it. Once you respect me, I get it. Yeah.
What's your man?
Yeah. I would say foundation.
Foundation.
Yeah.
Like she background.
Her background, number 1, foundation in Christ, in God. That is a number 1 for me. I looking for that first. And family history is important, because that does shape how a woman reacts, how she thinks, and that kind of thing. So it's very important to have a foundation and a history that you could work with. You know, if you try to do too much, she could disappoint you, and vice versa. So you just have to be real clear in what you want. And for a man, you have to look at the foundation, how a woman, how she grew up, you know, what she really believes in, and that kind of thing. And that's what is right.
Sticking to your answer, right? As you mentioned, background stuff, right? Now, as the saying goes, you can make a child mine, but it doesn't really make the child. So even if it is right, you make the child, my hello, what I say, right? So if it is the comfort background, as I mentioned, spiritual, everything good or whatever the kids, they know that their background, but presenting itself in society is something totally different. Like you peer pressure by friends, even family members and stuff, which might change your mind then. What's your take on that?
You mean as the growing up, the
change,
switch.
The switch, yeah.
Yeah, well, that is, again, it comes down to foundation.
Right.
You know, if she's switching, you have to know what you want as a man. You have to know what you want. You know, if she's switching to a place where you can't tolerate for a certain amount of time, you have to know what decision you will make. You know, so if a person switch, you can't blame them for that. The switch they're going through, they probably don't have a mentor, they don't have nobody to carry them through the horrors of life. You know,
Right.
and you have to know for yourself as a man what you want. If she switch and it's too much for you, go fight it. You know, if the foundation is strong and she hold it up, you can do that. That is a man's choice at the end of the day.
But I understand what you say, but at the end of the day, you know, as you say, you could make the child, but you can't make the mind. But what if that she went through all the correct backgrounds and she just have she own belief? You don't want to get what you're looking for.
Correct.
Kyle, what's your take on this?
I would say all of this communication. Communication. You know, because we as men, you know, sometimes we are afraid to show we emotions.
Because I have a big question to take that coming later on, like serious. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, communication is important because as men we tend to not show our emotions, you know, and communicate properly, you know, with our women. You know, so I believe once we could sit down and we could talk and understand each other, you know, as I said before, you know, marriage is not a relationship, it's not bed and rose, basically. You know, you must bounce up a rough patch, you must bounce up a smooth patch. You know, and once we as individuals or we as a couple could sit down and discuss, this is what we had to work on. You know, this is what I don't like, this is what I don't like. Once two of us could have that mature understanding and that communication, I definitely say respect as well would go a long way, you know, as well as foundation. So yeah, I agree.
I like one nice cast today. One nice cast today. Now, I want to go into the field of gender roles. Right? Relationship wise, whether married, dating, common law, what do you think is a man role in a relationship? It's an open question, I tell you.
No disrespect to the woman and them, right? But to my understanding, a man is supposed to be a provider, he's supposed to be a protector. Right? And at the end of the day, yes, it have the independent woman, my mom, big up to my mom. She is one. But I believe a man role, provide, protect, and they go through. Yeah.
I would say lead. Man's supposed to lead. You know, to be the head of the home. You know, when I say head of the home, I mean whether financially, as he said, to provide, you know, physically to protect, you know, as well as spiritually. You know, a man's supposed to carry that mantle on his shoulder. You know, you can't expect your girlfriend or your wife, you know, to pray all the time or say, baby, let me see how to pray for them children, and you know. The man had to take that upon himself, you know, to lead his family.
What about the men and them who don't do this stuff? And there's being in some of the best relationships.
No, excuse. Before we move on to the next question, I would like to compromise a little bit today. At the end of the day, yes, leading, but the thing about it, remember, independence to women is a big thing nowadays. Yeah. Right? No disrespect to the men and them, but independence to a woman is a big thing. And at the end of the day, yes, he's the leader of the house, but I believe you have to share that mantle. Reason being, it will create a problem.
I think what Kyle trying to say in terms of lead, the couple is a team, right? You establish that.
Right.
There's a team.
Right.
There's no maybe or perhaps.
Yeah.
But they must have a leader in terms of a visionary of the home. Someone who has the vision. A man I believe was created to carry the vision. And a woman is just to support. And support is part of the team. Right? Now, catch what I said. It has nothing to do with the woman is underneath and the man on top. It's not that. They are a team. But the team, part of the team, everybody have roles. Right? And I believe an integral part for the man is to carry the vision. To ensure that the vision goes on. Right. So I think that is what it means with, I want to believe that's what it means with lead. Yeah. I could be wrong. Yeah.
I support what you said. But to me, it come back to being on my team.
Yeah.
If it's a team player, it had to be fair and it had to be in the middle. So you would bring up the decision that, alright, let me just say, for example, we're going to buy a new car. I wouldn't just go and buy a new car just so I would say, well, they will think about this. At the end of the day, you don't want you to feel left out. You want you in a sense that she in the loop too.
Yeah, and all of that come for me. All of that come a team, eh? Yeah,
Right.
all of that come a team.
No, I just wanted to reiterate.
Right, okay.
That's the flow, guys. As you all know this topic about like support and everything, right? Do you all think that our wife, girlfriend, etc. should always be supportive to us as men, no matter what they're going through, or we should accept and understand what they're going through and figure something out? Yeah, this is a big question.
To me, I would say, well, I'll blank the last part of the question. I would say the support, because really and truly, yes, as the saying goes, a woman could do everything that a man do. But listen, don't stop me here. Listen, that is the saying.
A woman could do everything a man do.
Right.
As you say.
That is the saying. But at the end of the day, when a man outside there and he know what is his priorities, he does be going at it. And by coming home and knowing that you have something home that has given you drive, you need that little sting of energy. Right? So at the end of the day, I would say that not just supposed to forget the problems, but we could deal with it. Remember, we're a team, we could deal with it.
Right.
But I still need that energy from you.
Right.
No matter what, I still need that sting from you. That support. You understand? So, yeah.
2 cents on the side. But they do it as he mentioned.
I would definitely say support, because this is I know we're not going into no personal, but I would like to just testify about this, with my first child mom, before I started the linkies and them car cake, I would have put her sit down, because she could cook and she could really bubble her pot, and I put her sit down and said, yo, darling, this is why we don't want to be on the streets for the rest of my life hustling and all these set of things. I want to put things in place with children and stuff like that for future. And I would have put her sit down and I told her, well, this is why I envision, open up a car or share this land. I will have a little container on the side for you to do your little stuff, cook your little thing, sell money, generate, and show the family. And I wouldn't forget what she told me. She said, I don't care about your vision. And for me, at that time, it showed me that support is really something, because if I was a guy who didn't have my head on, I would have forget about this whole vision because I didn't get that support that I needed at that time. So I would definitely say support is really, really, really important. Really important.
But what about if it is at the time the individual who it is you're dating, right, might be going through something? As men, you all think that we should forget how to feel because they have to support us?
No, definitely not. Definitely not, because at the end of the day, it's about communication.
Right.
A relationship is based on communication. A relationship is a connection. So if she's going through something, you cannot ignore her.
Right.
You have
No,
to.
it has a man who big on ego.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I mentioned, the ego.
Yeah, it's a man who big on ego.
I believe there's stage in life that you should not forget, but learn to put certain things in the back of you. And I believe that a man's supposed to know when to load on his ego. At least try to understand on the other side what's going on.
Right.
You understand? Give that support. Just like how you want that support, give that support. So yet again, we have a dream, but as I tell you, even though me and this young lady meet up, let's just say, me and this young lady, for instance, me and this young lady meet up, and I have a dream, yet still she have a dream, she going through something. My dream is not my dream again, it's our dream.
Facts.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the thing about it now is a gift to get. So I have to give her that support for she to give me back that support.
Right.
Yeah.
Come down to team.
The team.
Yeah.
And then it's a big thing with dreamers is concerned. Some men like to overlook men who is dreamers. In a sense, like as you mentioned, dreamers. You might have a vision about something, but you put yourself in a category where it is you could fulfill this then. And be like, he just on top of your head, he just dreaming, you know what I mean? This person here actually putting in the work, you know what I mean?
Right, but the thing about it, I just always tell them, to my understanding and to what I just look at, sometime I will just be on YouTube just browsing through. And Jeff Benzo was one of the biggest dreamers, now he's the richest man in the world.
Facts.
You understand? He was a dreamer.
That the fella who have Amazon or something?
Yeah, he's the owner of Amazon. So at the end of the day, he used to dream, he used to wish to own something that, you know, that he belonged.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he was a dreamer. So with that support, that knowing you have somebody counting on you, you're cheering your own, you could accomplish anything.
Anything.
Wow.
Anything.
Are you feeling alright?
I'm good. I'm feeling alright.
I know how to break the ice, so Titanic don't start to sink. It didn't sink, but it don't start to sink, right? As men, do you all think that it's okay to cry in front of a significant other if we feel some type of emotional damage?
Yeah, it's okay.
Reason why I ask that question, to have men who just feel they cry in front of the significant other, girlfriend, wife, whoever, I pussy them.
Yeah.
Make you feel small.
Yeah, she was not different now, but
With
when I corner, I go ball out and I go cry when she now.
with that, right? Sometimes it's good to show she how you feel, because at the end of the day, I would say I went through little obstacles during life, and holding it in my experience, holding it inside, it doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, use my good partner, but certain things might happen and I would react in a way that I was not supposed to react. It's a how to put it, like a tension, it just piling up.
Right.
It's not good for you. Really, actually, it's not good for you. I went through it, it's not good for you. So I would say, not because you cry and you know in front of she and you show she that, you know, like, alright, man is human too.
Yeah.
You understand? Meaning that you're
small. Why talk about it?
Yeah, meaning that you're small. No, you just showing that you have feelings too.
Right.
You understand? So I wouldn't say that is a no. I would say that that's a good thing. You're showing that you have feelings too.
Yeah.
I'll come to Kyle on the side. Kyle, cry plenty here.
Yeah, you felt up crying. I tell you, I felt up crying.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at first, it was a bit tough for me to really show my emotions.
Right.
As a man, you know. But I always had the thing like, nobody don't know what I'm going through, and that kind of mental, you know. So I always used to keep things inside. But then, as my brother Keelan said, it tends to bring a lot of tension, you know. Like, for example, I just say, if I was going through something, you know, presently, and I never used to show that emotion, I could come on the show and I wouldn't be joyous. You understand? I would be real agitated and boy, you ask me all these questions. You understand where I'm coming from? So it's okay, you know, to cry in front of a significant other. Snotty nose ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Blow the snotty nose and you go, brother.
No, at the end of the day, it's just like it's human.
Yeah.
It's
You
human.
experienced this before?
No, I never cry in front of a significant other. I never reached to that point.
Right.
Right?
But if I feeling like you want to, but you just decide not to.
No, if there's need to, I would. Because, again, it's come from my background. You know, I get to understand that crying is a good thing. You know, it relieves some stress. You know, you just grow up in a society where people just, you grow up with guys who just say, big man no cry.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah, the stereotype thing.
Yeah.
And then would you come and
young
say,
ones coming up and
then would you come and
guys will
say, ooh, say that big man don't cry.
Yeah.
You never miss
Yeah.
the water till the well
yeah,
run dry.
so it's a lot of, you know, a lot of factors around that contribute to men reacting a certain way.
Yeah.
So, but for me no relationship expert, but if it reaches to the point where something bothering me and I need to cry in front of her.
Okay, since I go define this too. Since you mentioned this, right? If it is here, look into the camera, right? And someone who might be viewing this now, a male like myself, who probably on the urge to cry, what message you gonna send?
It is okay to cry. Let it out.
No,
It will do you well and good.
It's serious
Yeah.
because, alright,
It will do you well.
I'll draw a little example.
I will cry already for this.
No need, no, as Kyle say, no need to go into personal business, but let me draw a little example, right? I had an ex and things didn't really work out. And one thing I could say, my old lady, we just fall out, but I'm a number one supporter.
Old lady as in mom?
Mom.
Right.
And I telling you, well, all the time I beg and I, you know, I see big boy, I think. But
You're going there?
No, listen.
You're going there?
No, listen.
You really going there?
Listen, no, I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it like the logic that you think it is. But at the end of the day, to myself now, I'm not going to cry for that. But when I reach and I see my number one supporter, it's all over, I break down.
Right.
You understand? And she actually cooks me back in, put back my parts together, and I go again. You understand? You remember, she is mommy and daddy in one. So at the end of the day, that's how it goes.
Okay.
So I would say, to a big man, it's okay to cry.
So the guy?
Yeah, it's okay.
I agree.
You want to listen to the town. You want to listen to the little boys, some man.
Yeah, it's okay.
And reflecting it about guy crying.
Just like all ladies like love song, man just hide it and
That's the point I was
to some of them.
That's the point I was
Don't
gonna
hide
say.
it. You like that.
Yeah.
It's okay to cry.
So the guy.
Yeah.
So if it is okay, me and you is brethren. You and Kyle is brethren,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if it is you have a situation where I cry because my girl hurt my feelings, you hear about it, it wasn't. You go clown more.
No, I won't come. I will come and act.
Killer with man.
With man. But by you knowing me,
Yeah.
I would come and ask you, what is the situation I hear this man talking about, boy? And you will explain to me, and I will say, brother, well, at the end of the day, you do nothing wrong. You only show that you're human.
Right.
You understand? That would be my true logic about the question anyway, you know, ask for that. So, I won't clown you.
I go laugh at it if it's you.
I would
That'd
take
be
it.
real.
No, I would
But
take it. You know why?
Nothing public then.
You know why?
Yeah, you one-on-one.
Yeah.
You will laugh at
I
it.
know
You
that.
say, you're supposed to know better. You're supposed to know better.
I know that because I know that.
Stop
will
go
come.
Pina, go Trin City. All day. You understand?
I know that.
Joshi boy, will you cry?
Me? I cried. You know, I cried.
You crying?
What do you mean? Sesame Street tell you that when you're small, it's alright to cry.
It's alright. Yes, as men, it's alright to cry.
And next question I want to throw to you guys. What's your take on women who make more money than men, right? As men, do you feel intimidated by it? Whether it be or you live in apart or you live in the same roof? Because you know someone like a clown, we as men, like I make more money than you. You can't tell me by my boss can't take me out on a date. And you know for a fact the boss fucking.
Right. That is what I would tell you. We'll come back to the team playing again, right? At the end of the day, we have the understanding that you make more cream than the dog, but at the end of the day, respect. I respect you to be that independent person. You're making more money than me. I never come down on you or anything or have a problem with it that you're making more money than me.
Yeah.
I see it as an opportunity to me. No disrespect to the ladies.
Break down the opportunity for you.
The opportunity in a sense that where you see me on the team that I can fulfill, you would help me. Once you're truly on my team. You understand? So I see it as an opportunity. So I went down on she to say, well, you're making more money than me, I have a problem with that. I will cheer you on. Go as far as you could go. You understand?
Even if it is, she see the boss privately.
No, but that is where at the end I stay, I say respect and team play.
What about if it is she giving you the respect that you think that is good enough in front of your eye?
Well,
or behind your back now?
at the end of the day, I would tell you, where you see,
You had a agree.
and I live in one. Because I happy, you know. No, really and truly, I happy because at the end of the day, throughout we household, you're going through with me. But even though the boss, No. I tell you, even though the boss do anything, I don't know. Listen, this is something what has been going on in real
Yes,
life.
it's facts, it's facts.
Real life.
That is why I'm
In
saying
real
it's
life.
facts, it's facts.
And at the end of the day, you just watch movie about it. When the dog hear about it, what you just do is that, is this, is that. What I don't know, my heart don't agree. So if I don't know that, it could be 10 years, I don't know that. And at the end of the day, you help me to where I had to go or where I get. Are you okay with that? At the end of the day, when I get to know the link boss,
But because you're not up there.
I've done up there already. But to me, I once I don't know, I go.
You just know that.
Guys, I mean, it is normal to feel a type of intimidated that a woman is making more money because, as you mentioned earlier in the show, providers, protectors, those kind of things, you know, and finances have a part to play in that. So obviously, men would feel a how the ego will be tested,
Right.
you know. But for me, I would allow it if that's what it is, and at the end of the day, it comes down to the communication between the two persons. I know that's something kind of cliche, you know, but it comes with a lot of in-depth conversation, you know, and communication when that is concerned.
But when you feel that stuff a man that you lady making more money than you in your house.
You may, yeah. I won't shy from saying that.
Right.
Not
You
to me.
may, huh? Not
Not
to
to
you.
me, because my idea is that what I don't be thinking about, it have no limit about who could support it, right?
Right.
In a sense that if my lady making enough money, more than me, at the end of the day, once she on my team and she willing to support my ideas, remember it's not my dream, it's our dream.
Yeah.
But yet still she on the outside doing she thing. I see the dream going forward. Remember, I have no knowledge about what's going on.
Facts.
You understand? I see the dream going forward. If when the dream accomplished, she want to bust the team, I still had the dream. And that in my heart. I still have the dream.
And as I said, to each his own.
Right.
Where that's concerned, and I
Yeah.
could relate. But for a man, how a man make up is, you know, that ego. It is easy to think along those lines, but some men could work around it.
Right.
That's what I mean to say.
Yeah,
you
true.
know?
Yeah, listen.
I cool listening.
As a guy who married, your take might be different to others, right? Your wife, your husband, you know, your wife bringing in more financial into the household.
Yeah.
As a husband, how would you feel? Would you feel intimidated by it? Like my wife making more money than me?
Yeah,
She
I
could
would.
say they cut the cheese this big, cut it this thin. You know what I mean? That kind of vibes now.
Yeah, always men. I said before, you know, men supposed to be the providers, killer, we are integrated. You know, and I would want to know that I had the biggest salary because that is men nature. Right? We want to know that but we going out there and we bringing in a piece of dust. We
Right.
bringing in some house. You know, we bringing in money. You know, and truly as a man, if my wife is making more money than me. But at first it was a bit challenging for me. It was a bit challenging for me. You know, but as Shimon said as well, you know, understanding, you know, and communication. That team, once two I could say, hey, yo, what I have is yours, what you have is mine.
Right.
Come together. You understand? Because if I'm making a 3-figure salary and she making a 4-digit, you put the two together, obviously we have more.
Facts.
You understand? So it all boils down to unity and being able to be the team player.
I really want to get the aspect of women who making more money than men and showing off for we brothers now. You know what I mean? Like showing off for we brothers now. Like, yo, when they bathe in this soap, so type of way.
No.
Oh, no, someone say that.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Where the people to go into now?
We say this that because they're making more money, they would think that they have more of a say.
Yeah, than we
Like
now,
that.
boy.
Okay.
If it is a woman who might be with whoever the case is, do you might think like, she correct. She have a right for saying what she's saying. If you understand what I'm saying, oh, we could be the man and be like, I'm sure you can relax yourself and get that soap. More go buy it. And then she be like, are you buying it?
Right?
Yeah, you know that kind of way?
Right.
Yeah, that kind of
It could be
vibes.
a bit
But-
tough.
Yeah. Because that woman saw it.
Right, it would be a bit tough.
Do you all
in
think
a
that
sense.
woman saw like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
it would have women like that. It would be a little bit tough in a sense that to stomach that. I just think about it, I get disgusted. To stomach that, it would be, to me, it would just be off, right? But at the end of the day, I would say we still join back to team play. Yeah,
Yeah.
She going out, you can't tell she going out.
No.
She making more money. Yeah.
Right, she making more money, but making more money is one thing.
Kill and stay and see what the kids are them. I'm going up to that.
No, not because I'm making more money, no. At the end of the day, yes, your salary higher than mine. But reiterating to what he said, I'm the leader of the house. And at the end of the day, we are partners. We share opinion. You come and you talk to me, I want to go out with my girls tonight. You could watch your kids. I would take it that is a better response than still want to watch your kids. You relate to me.
Kill on your bride. You from God, turn on. Your bride.
Communication.
Let them make more money than me. I know.
If you make more money, that is not a problem to me. I only see it as an opportunity to push the gym further.
Judge boy,
And
Yo.
I want to make more money than you. What do you feel intimidated? Huh? Why? Why? You can drink more punch in?
Not that.
Business.
You understand? Okay, everybody they was saying the same thing. You understand? She making she money, I making my money. My man, big man was the name again?
Kyle.
Kyle, see you. When they come together, everything will move forward.
yeah.
You understand? If he say it about too, if he have a dream, she helping him out. And at the end of the day, they will come like 2 others.
No, but
They will come together.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
But-
Another say that we have a dream, eh?
But
you
no, I
have
need
to
to say,
also,
yes.
also have to understand that she dream too, eh?
She dream too.
So that is where compromise come in, where she dream come and meet yours.
Correct, is right.
And
They
it's
must
not
understand it.
your dream again, it's not my dream again, it's our dream. To me, that is how long time I used to live that I want to accomplish what I want to accomplish.
Yes.
Yes, you have a girlfriend, you want to accomplish what you want to accomplish. But to me, I started to show the card of selfishness in a sense that I learned that I only lost it. I lost in good people who used to support the behind me, and yet again by certain selfish ways, they're gone. So that is why I come to the conclusion that hey, go back through and you analyze. And a big man supposed to know, well, here where you see something not working for you, better you go back and you analyze, see where is your mistake. You don't want to go into a new relationship with the same problem. You go back, you analyze, and you come back, and then you attack that new person. So by doing that, you have an understanding that that's a mistake, you won't make it again.
Learn from it.
You learn from your mistake.
You agree with that?
Yeah. Like Dr. Phil on the show.
I say, your friend, me know.
You sure you
know.
flow, man?
I talking again.
You sure the flow, man?
I talking again.
You do something that you
You
go to
suppose
cover.
our channel and flow. So we switch. You can find Killer Morris. We flow channel. Guys, will you accept marriage or proposal from a female? If yes, why? If not, why?
Yeah, I will accept it. Why? Because it go show that she really into you. You know, because for a woman to do that, she had to really be into you. Yeah.
So I want to go on her knees to ask you to marry her.
Yeah.
She really have to
She
be into
really
it.
have to see something in Kyle that, hey, Nah, boy, I have to go down on my knees.
What if it's a millionaire? She look at your money.
That is a different.
Right.
That is a difference, eh?
Right.
That would cause a lot of different. I'll be skeptical. I'll say, this girl after my money. You understand?
No,
She
that
after
cannot
my-
show off because that cannot show off because I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Because I want to know if it is if you go accept my proposal from a woman.
Yeah, we'll accept it.
Because it has some, as you mentioned, they could be well, they really, really love you. And then it are those who could look into you and see, well, alright, he's a meal ticket. Before he even asks or go somewhere else, I ask him before he asks. Is that kind of way?
Yeah, I will accept it. I will accept it. Because I will.
Either way, you accept
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Well, they really sit down and think about that. If a woman really kneel down, I'll tell you, or something of the sort, like go lower and ask someone, I want to know if she going crazy. Like, because, no, let me be real, because we
So I was there, I mean, what you say?
No, I comment to that.
Yeah.
What go on is, we grew up learning certain things. We just see on TV and all these things. So, you see a man going all out to kneel down, or to do all of this and then to propose and that kind of thing. Right? This is something completely different. I try to put myself in it for real, like, sure, he kneel down, want to marry me, like, is this? It can't function. You don't want to tell she girl, just come
But
up
what
a
you
little
gonna
bit.
do?
Come up a little bit. Let me talk about this.
What you gonna do that person?
Now, my first reaction to that, I think about it straight out of my face. It's real strange. I mean, that is something real strange. But again, it comes down to the relationship and the connection, right? And it might take a little while in that moment, but probably for me, I talk to me, I might as well accept it. But it will be real difficult to see like that time.
It's like in front of family, you know, it's society, mom, everybody. You don't know when to take this. Your family don't know when to take this. But
My
this
family
girl,
or her family?
your family don't know when to take this. But this girl so in love with this, you know, she says, someone will you marry me or come with this. At a family function, that only keep it. Where you move down there, you accept it?
As a yes, I would, but it might take a little.
I don't understand, break it up.
Because it's something unusual.
No, but at the moment, you accept at the moment, but behind closed doors, they'll say, babe, I was really thinking that. You know what I mean? But at the moment,
It's like a woman will react, if you flip the script, right? A woman will react to Satan less than 0.5%. For me, it might take about 3 seconds. If you know what I mean. It might take a while. Because it's something unusual. Yeah, no.
The usual.
But if it's a yes or no answer, you want to get, I will say yes. But it has some
To me, I would accept it. Reason being why I would accept it, as you say, it's something unusual. But the thing about it now, even though as it was, you draw the whole demonstration that if he's a millionaire, if you're into me, it have clause in that which is called prenup. So there is where I am going to test you. Now, I'm not saying I will give you anything. But the thing about it is that is your test. You don't propose to me because I'm a millionaire, right? I accept the proposal, but there's a prenup. Sign a prenup. I will read to me. If you have to go down the middle, once I do a lawyer on my team, I will run the money. The lawyer and the team and the people that they get that. You understand? Just like how it's a test for me, and as a millionaire, it's a test for you. Sign the prenup. If you do not sign that prenup, then I will get your form of money. But yet again, if you sign the prenup, you know you're not going to get nothing, but you're still coming in for the God. So when you, let me just say, God forbid, it go bad. You go get what you have to get. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about it's a vice versa. I just my opinion.
because, you know, as you say, prenup, I don't consider prenup as date.
But why I say prenup, in a sense that it is weird for a woman to propose to a man. And it's a millionaire. You see it in your heart that you love me so much, you propose to me. At the end of the day, what is the first thing you think about your money? So I will give you something that you will not get much. But just by you signing that, to me, this is just my opinion on it, to me, you will get it due. God forbid it will. Because that show me that you're ready for me. That's just me.
They're really cool. Sure, yeah. I don't know why I was doing it. I just want castle everything. Right? No, you will put some tea with a short break. And you come back. You see minutes. Security bearing check it out, right?
Watch out, why different?